All right, so I'm a bit late. That's because I was playing Pixel Starships to just farm some more resources. Uh, but I mean, not really much to report. I mean, it's the end of the week. I mean, there's a lot of political stuff, I guess. I guess we could go over that real quick. Because I'm not gonna watch any videos today. And of course, it's a little hotter today, so shirt off is off again. So let's see if we can find out what is going on here. But I mean, it just looks like a standard pullback, all right? Because I don't actually see anything wrong. But I've been checking many times. Also, I've been thinking more about my trademark stuff. So I think I've got some more solutions, but I need to wait till I actually file the paperwork first, before I can talk further about it. So, but it actually looks pretty solid, especially on a legal footing. So yeah, I mean. I was constantly asking Jesus to show me the way, and I think this is the way to go. So we'll see. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's the weekend, so at least I can at least not worry about anything until like Monday. But to be honest, I probably don't have to worry about anything for at least another couple of weeks because the guy's obviously gonna ignore me, and then my lawyer actually said that's a very good thing because there's a legal process that you have to follow. So the first step is cease and desist, and if they keep ignoring or refusing, then you can move on to the next thing. And apparently that's actually a good thing. So I don't know if I have to eventually file some kind of lawsuit. I'm kind of hoping I get some of my money back live now. But even if I don't, because there's actually a legal situation happening, and I get like a court injunction, that actually it gets entered in the record pretty much forever, and I could actually use that as, hey, I own this property, I enforce it, here's the legal court orders you must obey. And then Google and Kickstarter and whatever big tech companies got to comply. Yeah, and I think it's actually because, this thing is actually legally enforced. So if I refuse, I could be held liable. That's how the big tech companies will look at it. Section 230 does not protect them from like willfully ignoring cease and desists. Live now. Okay. All right. So let me just post this up here. Okay, so that's pretty much that. I actually want to go back to playing my game, so I need to try to relax, and then I'll continue doing maybe a little coding today too, because I'm just gonna have a lot of free time. Because actually, I was getting discouraged from playing Eidolon, this game. But I actually decided as YouTube an AFK build, and it actually turns out that there's actually a really good way to AFK build. Because this is actually meant to be an AFK MMO, so you can play actively if you want to, and yeah. It was like, I literally like tripled my output of farming and XP. So now I actually feel the game is fun because I can actually progress now. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so Dow did well, S&P did well, Nasdaq's pulling back, but that's because it was going straight up every day for like the past, week, right? I never care about the Russell, precious metals okay. Yeah, the bond yields do look pretty stable, and the only thing that really went down was Bitcoin and crypto. Dollar's flat, ExxonMobil went up a bit, Bank of America did pretty well. I'm hoping I can actually start selling those options pretty soon. So we'll see. Let's take a look over here. Treasuries. Okay, so mid to long-term debt, sold off a little bit. So the money's going away somewhere. I guess some of it went into the markets today. What did it go up by? Yeah, the money's just going somewhere. Because I know from other things I've been looking at when I was searching for Bitcoin, that stable coins are, whatchamacallit, stable coin, like there's a lot of stable coins going into Bitcoin, right? So the money's flowing around somewhere. So I think they're just, whatchamacallit, I don't know, but it's also the weekend, so things always go down during the weekend, right? And today's definitely no different. So it's probably just a little extra pressure too, because it's just too much fear out there. Let me actually look at this. Oh yeah, so before I go on, this fucking asshole, oh, that's not the right video. Charlie Kirk. He actually is like, oh, just back down so I can get my.
So, do me a favor, real quick. Can I say to you, I want to have this meeting. So, do me a favor, real quick. Can I say to you, I want to have this meeting happen, and I know the point you're trying to make. It's a good one. Just let us have this meeting, okay?
So they're acting unlawfully, sir.
Trying to find an excuse to cancel the meeting.
They're going to find their excuse to cancel the meeting regardless.
Okay.
So they're actually not following the law.
So, do me a favor, real quick.
From the way it sounds, at first I thought it was actually a cop that he was talking to, but yeah. Anyway, Charlie Kirk attempts to get anti-critical race theory parents to back off protesting the school board. Activist claims Kirk told crowd to stand down, which he obviously does over here. Actually, we should probably read this thread. Here's a link to the activist on the ground who stated Kirk told the parents to stand down. Additionally, Kirk had time to make a viral speech, quote unquote, but no time to even mention the Give, Send, Go fundraiser for the parent who got locked up by the idiot cops. Alright. Yeah, and then while Kirk gatekeeps his viral moments, parents who stand up get silenced by Kirk and arrested by police. Yeah, he's pretty much doing to them what he did to Nick Fuentes. Here's a donation link Kirk didn't post for Steve, the parent who Kirk tried to silence. Actually, I'm curious, how much money did they raise? $27.15. Well, that kind of sucks. If I actually had more money, I would donate something. But I mean, that's just how it goes. Oh yeah, Kirk is a backstabbing grifter. Yes, he's really bad. And then of course they're throwing Chauvin under the bus. But I mean, honestly, I don't think any of us like him anyway. But we'll be happy to leech off of the story around Derek Chauvin to push the true America First agenda. Right, because just like the left, we can't leave not necessarily a disaster, but we can't let these things go to waste. Because our enemies are already maximizing their agenda, so we have to do the same and more. The unintelligible is just us having this meeting, okay? Kirk just wanted to get his viral moment and leave the parents out to dry, and it's typical. Kirk cares more about his views than the community, and the anti-white CRT meetings are being imposed upon. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, and then a lot of people are unfollowing Kirk. I'm gonna leave my follow on because it's a lot of actually normal conservatives who don't know anything about this stuff will actually see me and go, "Oh, this guy's a good guy. He's on our side." And then you can't see it because obviously I have my shirt off and camera off, but. That's how I rope people in so that I can eventually point them to, Nick Fuentes and co. Because that's the only way we can maybe get anything done, to be honest. Alright, so before we move on, let's just take a look at Nick's thing too. And it's gonna suck that one day I might not even be able to cover any of this stuff because you saw what happened with the Factorial developer, right? Everyone was all the shitlibs were all up in his face. So it's definitely gonna happen, like IGN and Rock Paper Shotgun and what was the other one? It's it starts with a D. I don't know if it's Dextero, but I know Destructoid. Basically, all the fake news game terrorist websites and fake news terrorist websites and other shitlib gamer websites. They're like, oh, this guy follows Nick Fuentes. He follows Mike Cernovich. Oh, he's a fucking bigot. Oh my god, I got hemorrhoids up my ass. And that's how they're basically gonna react. And then the shitlibs will, jump in and also say they have hemorrhoids, right? And that's just gonna be total chaos on my Twitter and my Steam game discussions and. Probably the Reddits too and everywhere else. These people are psychotic, right? These people are psychotic because like I said, I actually deleted it, but when I went into the discussions, right? Let me see if you can actually access it here. Okay. I don't even know why they have that. This thing is meant for everybody. I'll read that in a sec. Yeah, so there were two threads here. You don't see it now because I deleted it, but there were two threads here that said one, the owner of this game, the developer of this game is like a right-wing something. I forgot what. And the other one was something along the same lines. And both of the replies were just two shitlibs circle jerking each other off and saying, yeah, let's go spam his Twitter. Here's his Twitter. It's like these people are like sad, pathetic, like retarded, like psychopaths. Like I've never like I always knew liberals were crazy, but we're talking like obsessive levels of psychotics. By the way, that could be a cool thing to put in the game too, psychotics. I like the sound of it. It actually sounds pretty cool. Like you have injections like in Escape from Tarkov, and then you just you inject a psychotic into yourself, and you're like super raging for like a little while. And then of course I have to come up with some kind of drawback for that, or maybe there's none, right? And then I just make it a short duration super buff. Same issue on jobs. As soon as they start looking at your social media, whatever you like, follow, retweet, impacts employee, having to go through that interview stuff. Yeah, people are like really psycho about it. But to be honest, I'm probably going to be doing the same thing when I hire people, right? But in this case, I'm going to be shutting out the shitlibs, right? If I see people are putting on certain types of, I better actually start being careful what I say. If I see that people like put on certain types of flags, they start saying certain pronouns, and then of course it's a no-go zone if they start talking large amounts of anti-white rhetoric. So they're definitely not going to be employed by me. So I'm gonna start doing the same thing. I mean, the only reason why it's actually a problem is because us conservatives in general, we don't actually produce anything, right? There's really none of us in Hollywood. There's none of us in video games. There's none of us. Well, maybe the Factorial guy, but I don't even know if you can consider him conservative. You could just consider him at least center left or neutral. He could be a secret right wing patriot, but he's definitely definitely not telling us about it. The guy who made the Five Nights at Freddy's series, he's actually a patriot, and then unfortunately he just like. Let me see. Did he Scott Games? Is his site still blanked out? Yeah, his website's gone. He deleted all his shit. Yeah, his name is Zach Scott.
What's up, guys? Zach.
Wait, did I get the right guy? No, this isn't right. Scott Games. Zach Scott Games. Oh, I think this is the same guy. Oh, he made other games too. Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, scottgames.com. Yeah, it's just a blank black page. So I mean, he's kind of just like going away too. Like he's just running away from the mob. He's got to learn from the Factorial dev that just told them to like F off. Yeah, lots of secret white. I almost said white wings. Right wings. I guess that would work too. White wings, right? Like in Final Fantasy IV, right? The red wings, and then you have the white wings. But that would be kind of hard because it's like two words that you're saying kind of fast, and they both start with the letter W. And then if you pronounce the word white correctly, which is white, right? Because you actually pronounce the H, which I never do, because that's just too hard. White wings. It sounds so weird to me when I say it like that. Is that actually the correct way to say white wings? I mean, I guess so. I don't know what FNAF stands for. Oh, Friday Night at Freddy's guy has a family and is choosing to focus on his kids. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a good, plausible, deniable answer. And it's actually true. He should focus on his kids, but he doesn't have to. But why does he have to delete the website and stuff, right? He could just leave it on and just not do anything with it. Right? And he could even just post an occasional update that says, hey, I know I haven't posted anything in a long time, but, I'm still here in the, Friday community or whatever, right? He wrote about it, I don't know about the website. He wrote about it, I don't know about the website. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he just deleted it. Yeah, because the mob was coming after his ass because they said that he was a QAnon, racist, transphobic Trump supporter who donated money to Trump. So that's how I know he's a patriot. Yeah, and I think the Factorial dev saw that, right? And he's like, you know what? We have to stand up against these fucking mobs. So, you know, actually, yeah. Before we go on, because there's not much to talk about the markets and shit. So, you know, I don't mind talking about some of this game dev political shit. And that's another thing too. Like these shit libs are literally infecting everything. Right? Now they're setting their sights on video games. And it's just like, you know, we're gonna have to take a stand. I'm gonna take a stand on this shit. I wanna look up Factorio Dev Twitter. Factorio game. Followed by Notch. Yeah, I think this old guy is like the main guy, I think. And if that's the case, this guy's a pretty old dude. So, you know, and he made Factor. He started Factorial in 2012 or 2013 with the Kickstarter, and I worked on it for like ever since then. So yeah, I would have to go all the way back to my Twitter from a couple days ago. Yeah, he doesn't actually tweet that much. Also, this is pretty funny. BAFTA is a very left-wing organization, so I suspect they may not actually give him an award anymore. Yeah. But I am still in active Screen Actors Guild, so technically I could be eligible for like BAFTA stuff, but I don't know if they're going to actually let me onto their platform. What do you think about Elon and Jack having a talk? Going to stream it. Oh yeah, so I didn't. Yeah, Cryptos R Us did a video about that, but I actually just skipped over it because I don't know. But let's see. I'm pretty sure they've got to have a article about that because I don't actually know anything about that. I just know that they're gonna have a talk, but I didn't actually care. But I mean, obviously it's better than nothing. But I just simply don't like Elon Musk or trust him anymore. He's just being a massive F word. Colombian capital supports blockchain emerging tech. Yeah, South America is going really hand on Bitcoin. So, and it's only going to be a matter of time before Paraguay embraces Bitcoin too. Like their president, their version of Congress says they're going to try to push a bill. So, I'm a little confused because you know that thing that blew up in Miami, right? The building collapsed and they can't figure out what happened. Well, it turns out that the man, I don't have to go back to my Twitter. Mike Pence is a traitor, for sure. Tucker Carlson's going on a rip and tear. No, this is from yesterday. Let's see, I skipped over it somewhere. I know I tweeted about it. Yeah, so the sister-in-law of Paraguay's president and her family are missing in the same condo collapse. So it was definitely some kind of assassination attempt. And a bunch of other, like, highly skilled professionals were also staying at this building. So, yeah, like, they did something serious. Let me see. Paraguay Bitcoin. Paraguay Bitcoin. What exactly? Yeah, I mean, they just said some Paraguay development Bitcoin is legal tender. 10 hours ago. Okay, so it was actually the Congress of Paraguay, I think, not the president. Yeah, so something definitely is going on. Okay, and then 70% of the Paraguayan people do not have a bank account, or 3.2 million people. So yeah, I mean, there's a, like, yeah, the World Bank can complain, bitch, and whine all they want, just like the European Union. But I mean, these people don't have a bank account. What do you want them to effing do, right? So that's why they're going full steam ahead with embracing Bitcoin. So where is this? SEC inquiry regarding Robinhood's crypto business report. Yeah, because they have to have an article about the Jack Dorsey thing here. Let me just scroll real quick to see. Yeah, it's not even on here. Alright, so I guess my opinion is I kind of don't really care, mostly because I don't like Elon anymore, but I mean, we'll see how it shakes out. We don't have to worry about it till, like, I think it was July. And as for streaming it, I don't know. maybe, but I'm gonna lean towards the no because I think I'm just gonna be bored and fall asleep. But it's content, maybe I like the drama. Well, yeah, content, but I don't know if there's gonna be any drama. What exactly is? I thought it was just a discussion. Elon and Jack Bitcoin. What exactly is this? 8 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Okay, July event. Sets debate bait. Oh, okay. So this is actually like a Nick Fuentes versus fat G-word retarded Robert Barnes kind of thing. Elon Musk trolls, because I wanted the Market Watch article, but it's going to make me go, hey, you need to give us like $100 a month to read our shitty articles, and obviously I'm not going to do that. Elon Musk trolls Jack Dorsey on Bitcoin and sets a debate date. Elon Musk is going to attack Jack Dorsey and ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood in a response to a tweet from Dorsey about Bitcoin. Well, that's unusual. Cathie Wood used to be friends with Elon Musk because she owns like a large amount of Tesla. We'll eventually agree on a part of the debate over crypto. The Bitcoin development community above all else. Okay, see now, all right. So this is completely different. I thought they were just having a discussion, like the Bitcoin Miami conference thing. So I didn't care. But this is an actual bona fide debate. Okay, well in that case, yeah, I probably would stream this. The Bitcoin development community above all else, Dorsey, a prominent... What? This is a run-on sentence. A problem proponent of Bitcoin is more companies need to get into the mix. We all want to help and protect the spread. What makes open development so per daily on focused education actions do just that. Dorsey linked his tweet to a website of Bitcoin called the B Word, hosted by Crypto Council, blah, 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 blah. By Curious. In reference to the B word. He's basically calling him gay. He then followed up with another tweet saying, oh right, Bitcoin, LOL. Wow, what a massive F word. I don't know why Elon decided to become a internet villain, but he definitely is now an enemy. Bizarre, Dorsey Chabot, let's unity have a conversation. He had another tweet, let's have the talk. For By Curious, done, we'll set it up. Talk or debate is set for July 21st. Okay, well I hope Bitcoin is like worth like 100 grand, or I'll even take 64 grand. I'm getting sick and tired of these pullbacks. It is following the so-called Wyckoff pattern pretty much perfectly, but I'm just getting impatient here. Whoops, we could not access this tweet. What? Oh, okay. Dorsey and Musk's attitude toward the world's most popular crypto differ in that... let me actually collect my goods here. Alright, there we go. Musk is a massive F word because of environment. We are concerned about the rapidly increased use of fossil fuels, not fossil foils. Blah, 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 blah. Tesla announced in February that it's acquiring $1.5 billion worth of crypto, or Bitcoin. Musk is accused of manipulating, which he is. In fact, that's actually what they were going to charge. That's actually what they were charging John McAfee with the exact same thing. The only difference is Elon Musk is in good standing with the CIA and them, so they're not going after him. John McAfee ran afoul of them, so that's why they took him out. When there's confirmation of clean energy use, okay. I really hope for the day where like all the creators and creative types of the future are all conservatives. So we don't get dumb shit like what I'm reading here, right? Because I bet you if Elon Musk was a right-wing dude, he would just be flat out saying, yeah, global warming's a hoax. We should be all in on crypto, and then he could say, yeah, but I personally like Dogcoin better, blah blah blah, but yeah, whatever, just keep mining Bitcoin or something. I still keep it with Elon, but I can't say for the sake of myself and people I know, nothing illegal. Right. Yeah. But that's the other thing, too. You technically don't want billionaires kind of influencing the price of crypto anyway. That's kind of like another thing, too. Right? Because Michael Saylor could be a hero now, and so is Cathie Wood, but what happens when they dump all of their stuff in this coming bull run? Then silently they'll be the villains. I had something similar happen to me when I used to, mine an old coin called 808 coin, right? And I just kept dumping it, right? Because I was teaching people, yeah, just keep compounding and then sell a portion of it, right? Eventually it got so big that those portions got very big that it was actually doing a little bit of price swings, but it was just part of the market. And then, you know, the community just started like coming after me. I was like, you know what, go fuck yourselves. And then I just dumped all my shit because I was also getting hit by the spam attacker, which I suspect was the developer of 808 Coin. In fact, sometimes I even wonder if Mitch, my old cryptocurrency developer, was also Mr. Eggman, the guy who founded 808 Coin. But I mean, he talked and behaved differently. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that I've just been scammed a lot, and I did pretty well despite being scammed. But you know, it just makes me wonder. So if I were not Square, Twitter, blah blah blah, yeah, I don't care about the rest. Okay, so all right, so yeah, I've changed my mind because I thought it was just a discussion, so I didn't want to bother. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream it. I mean, I actually kind of think there's a pretty, like a somewhat decent chance Elon's going to just skip out and be like, nah, you know, I'm going to be an F word. I'm skipping out, you know, F you, Jack Dorsey. You know, like Elon Musk is, you know, I really think he's going to be a bitch and then just, you know, bitch out, you know. So, yeah. Let me adjust myself over here. Refresh buffs. Bitcoin can hit 450K in 2021, 135K is the worst case. I do want to read that because I did originally predict 500K 2 years ago. But to be honest, it could go well up until 1 million or 3 million. Bears appear to dominate. Yeah, 16 and their experiment not move. Yeah, options never move these effing markets. Excuse me. Trying to force out a burp. I don't think it wants to come out. Marvel is revealing official NFTs will be available on VV Marketplace by 2022. Wow. Nigerian secondary school will accept crypto payments despite regulatory uncertainty. Yeah, there's something kind of weird going on in Nigeria. Their president is very pro-Bitcoin. Their people and businesses appear to be pro-Bitcoin, but some people in Nigeria don't like it. But it's pretty obvious that Nigeria will probably be, I would say, probably the first African nation to embrace Bitcoin, and that's a very good thing. Just anything that gets away from this tribal international banking scam that we're all subject to is a very good thing. It will hopefully be funny seeing Elon and Jack going at it, since I hate Jack and Elon has Asperger's. Maybe Nick will talk about it or stream it. I don't know, but he usually doesn't talk much about at all, like economic stuff, like he says. You know, he's just purely focused on, you know, political and spiritual Christian stuff, right? But mostly political stuff. I mean, he might stream it, especially if he's bored or doesn't have anything better to do. But you know, I suspect he's got too much crap on his plate. Also, I got some huge temptation for Burger King, so I really wish I had something better than freaking Burger King. No, I wouldn't be funding the enemy. Blockchain not suitable for CBDC, says Swiss National Bank economist. Well, that's interesting. So the Swiss, you know, I figure the Swiss would be on top of like crypto, man. They're like the masters of money, right? Billions of users adopting Bitcoin maybe in 10 years. Well, I think it would be less than 10 years, but definitely by 10 years for sure. Bitcoin, dollar plunge, S&P 500 rallies after U.S. inflation hits 3-decade high. Okay, we do need this because, like Greg said, he's not doing a new video until Sunday. Opera is supporting CLO stable coins. Okay, so if crypto was going down, why would Marvel get into NFTs, right? So they're definitely everybody's getting into crypto, so this is good. Refinance, Alchemist, rug pull, remuneration, and what? Oh, so they do right. So Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey at a Bitcoin event, blah blah. All right, but we already read something about that. Data on Friday's show, core personal consumption expenditure in the U.S. surged to 3.42% year over year for the first time since 1991. Yeah, it's only going to get worse. Oh, that's actually really good artwork too. Even Andre Wang said that this artwork is really good from the Coin Telegraph. I almost said Toin Telegraph. I mixed the T and C together. with each other. Bitcoin and the dollar fell in tandem while the S&P 500 refreshed its record high. Federal Reserve prepared inflation to surge to its highest level in almost 3 decades. Okay, so this is actually what was... Okay, so now I actually understand what's going on. Because inflation was way higher, the markets got spooked a little and decided to dump tech stocks. That's what happened, and that includes Bitcoin. Because the idiot market thinks, oh, inflation's high, the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates, and they raise interest rates, that hurts tech stocks and crypto. I really don't like that these idiots in the market have all the money and they influence everything. According to data shared by the U.S. Bureau of Economics, the U.S. core personal expenditure, nevertheless, expenditure rose 3.4% over the U.S. tolerated inflation above 2% until it ensures a strong labor recovery. The prospect of higher inflation fueled volatile bullish rallies across the risk-on markets in 2020, including Bitcoin and the U.S. stock market. Yeah, see, that's what I don't understand about this. We've always had inflation. Investors considered them as better safe haven as the Fed elected to hold interest rates near zero. However, pushing bond yields lower while the hurting dollars demand globally, shifting investors to riskier haven and alternatives, including Bitcoin. But the flagship crypto dipped up the latest PCI rate, hinting that investors chose to ignore its safe haven narrative over risk concerning China's latest crypto ban amid speculations. No, that doesn't make sense. The U.S. would impose strict regulations on crypto on the whole. Well, like Greg said, you know, the optics will look pretty bad if the U.S. did exactly what communist China was doing. Now, they may not. Now, the U.S. government may not give a shit. So that's the thing. Bitcoin exchange rate 32,350. Investors also snubbed the so-called safe haven, the U.S. dollar. As a result, the greenbacks index against even the dollar went down, but it went down like 1 penny. It was like flat. Equity on flying Joe Elliott, stimulus deal, S&P surge, Fed's mixed signals, and Bitcoin. I'm not going to pronounce that guy's name. Stated that inflation readings would keep going higher in the months ahead. Meanwhile, markets would struggle to find confidence in terms of how to protect them from higher consumer prices, especially as the Fed continues to send mixed signals about inflation. Yeah, the Fed always keeps doing this. Transient area, Bullard said inflation is going to keep rising. FOMC's latest second took caution turn as it suggested dual rate hikes in 2020. There's no Bitcoin turn lower on the news. Over the next coming 5 years, we see adding Bitcoin realized as a prudent measure to protect portfolio of the tail risk out of control inflation. Okay. But we see adding Bitcoin and other real assets as a prudent measure to protect portfolios from the tail risk of out-of-control inflation. Yeah, inflation's going up and your dollar's going to shit, so buy Bitcoin, you stupid institution assholes. Vasilyev noted that strong anti-inflation narrative would keep investors interested in Bitcoin in the coming months, adding, I believe a recovery to 40K is the goal, while investors look toward breaking the previous... Oh, that means all-time high of 64 grand in the mid to long term. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying. But I've been bitching that I wanted to happen a lot faster. You know, actually, let me go ahead and edit my YouTube live stream to enter the salient details of what this thing's about. Market, no. Equity markets all-time highs while Nasdaq and Bitcoin, altcoin, cryptocurrencies dip on inflation. Inflation is making investors nervous. They worry about rate hikes, confusion over what the Fed will actually do with rates, but inflation is now being seen as rising, so risk on commodities like crypto are being looked at even harder. Okay. So let's do that. Alright, perfect. Alright, I can close that down. Because I always forget to edit it. Bitcoin dollar plunge while inflation. Okay, data. Wait, I just read this. Bitcoin price can hit 450K this year. Bitcoin can get traded at IWAR for by the end of 2021. Yeah, we don't know how high Bitcoin's going to surge, but we just know it's going to surge. So it's going to be 450K, 500K, like I said, a million to 3 million. Definitely no more than 1 to 3 million. What's a coin to plan B? On Sunday rally, sentiment busting bullish prognosis. Bitcoin to match all-time high in October. Are you serious? It's going to hit 64K in October. So between now and then, it's going to be incredibly lame. Buck the overall, because if it takes that long, we're not going to be able to do that straddle video because there's nothing to straddle. You know, as Bitcoin sees buck the overall market move in recent weeks and months. Now, Bitcoin would still see a trade 47K in August, a slight reversal to how it places the minimum target of 43 for the month that followed. Okay, so he's using the stock to flow thing. Man, giant 135 by the end of the year. No, that's not good enough because where is it? That's not good enough because the stock to flow value of Bitcoin by this one says, you can see it, yeah, August 26, 2021 is already 106.4K. This thing can't stay that far below forever. Look at the previous times. It doesn't stay this far down for that long, right? If it does stay down, it's not, too far off, right? Let's see. This lasted now. In 2019, this did take about 7-8 months, but this was 2019. It was still crypto winter. That's why it's called a crypto winter. This is the bull run, so this isn't gonna. This is not right. Bitcoin is still 4 months from me. Actually, it's all-time high. Prediction beat some bearish models currently. Josh, cycle top. So the highest crispy renounced on multiple. Wait, very fast. Okay. Kiyosaki is waiting for 24,000 buy-in. Wow, Robert Kiyosaki is actually going to wait for 24,000 Bitcoin. That's not going to happen. Okay, baseball in the world history is getting bigger. Buy more. Wait for Bitcoin to drop before it crashes. Best time to get rich. Take care. Okay. Oh yeah, because obviously, like he says, he's a boomer and he's super old, so. He still likes gold and silver because he's old and slow. But he says that Bitcoin is very good. So he's actually very pro-Bitcoin. And then, here are the pools. Yeah, 1731. So, I mean, there's not really much to go over. Like, we're just going to have to get through the weekend. It's just so frustrating, man. It's because, when is this crap going to go up? Also, why is this taking so long to load? Stable coins. Okay, all I care about. All stable coins, all exchanges, inflow, transaction count. I used to remember how to read this. Price of Bitcoin. Transaction count. No, that's too confusing. I want this one. The stable coin exchange reserves. So this is interesting. The reserve of stablecoins as of 2 days ago is actually spiking out of control. So all those US dollars are going into stablecoins. Can you guys see this? Oh yeah, that's right. My camera's off, so you can. This is all going into stablecoins. It actually has been intensifying this whole month. Well, I mean, on the one hand, yeah, it's probably somewhat a manipulation, but what's actually happening is the rich are stockpiling large amounts of US dollars, storing it into a stable coin, and they're getting ready to buy Bitcoin. Because if you were not going to buy Bitcoin, why would you put it into a stable coin? You would just pull it out as actual cash. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Stable coin reserves. Now the good news is, I'm going to take the mouse off. On the very far right hand side, you can see that both the Bitcoin, which is the black line at the bottom, is going up, along with the stable coins, which is the orange colored line, also going straight up too. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see. All exchanges, USD reserves. Well, I mean, this is all going to be the same thing, so we don't care about that. All right, well, we're going to need some decent, we'll just use it as a thumbnail. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen next week, but I think hopefully things should get better. The problem is we have July 4th coming up next Friday, right? The July 4th weekend. So crypto always goes down. Institutions always just sell off because they don't want to, hold anything over the weekend. So I'm hoping for a good week next week, but to be honest, it'll probably be another shitty week. Unless the stock markets do extremely well, then that might be able to pull up crypto markets. And then in the meantime, those Chinese miners need to hurry the F up and then, just keep getting their mining machines back on. China Bitcoin miner. Let me see if there's anything new here. No, nothing new. They're still transitioning out of China, so God. This is just so dumb. I'm actually kind of pissed, about China. Like they really should just not be, being able to influence Bitcoin anymore. It's so frustrating. So, but I did see like a Market Watch or a CNBC article that actually ran the same article as Cointelegraph saying that, it was on Yahoo Finance. They actually said that Chinese miners leaving China is actually a good thing. So they're actually starting to, so it does look like maybe the media is starting to trying to turn up the bullish things again, right? Because with this many stable coins in reserves, I think they're basically done and ready to buy. So, let's just hope that they pull the trigger and start buying up everything. Especially now that we also read an article that said that inflation is now being seen as it's going to be here. So let's buy something that goes up with inflation. So that means risk-on assets, crypto, stocks, etc. So finally, this stupid endless cycle of inflation's going up. The interest rates will probably go up. So we must dump our tech stocks in crypto. Hopefully that will finally come to an effing end because it's really irritating. Boston Federal Reserve. Temporary inflation pressures to continue a little longer than expected. I really want those whoppers, so that's why. Could be a little longer expecting data from the Fed inflation target. Okay, yeah, we already read about this. All right. So I'm gonna go. It's already 5:38. Wow, this actually turned out to be longer than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be a short stream, but that's okay. I mean, I like hanging around with everybody here. So elaborate, define, drag around. No, we're gonna put that on no. So that's me manipulating EverQuest. So have a good weekend, everybody. I will see everybody on Monday after the markets. I'm really hoping that by Sunday night maybe we'll see some signs of decent pressure back upwards, but we'll see. We'll see if the Wyckoff pattern holds. We'll see if this current pullback, because it's the weekend, doesn't get too bad, because what usually happens is a natural pullback happens and then everybody else on the market sees that and they start panic selling. So it's like momentum. So that's why weekends always suck. And this is no different. So, I mean, that's just how it goes, right? Anyway, God bless everyone. And, yeah, I'm going to have my burgers. I'm going to try to code a little more. I'm going to think more about my trademarks and my next moves. And then, yeah, it's just gotta keep working. Just gotta keep working, right? All right, thanks everyone. See you all on Monday, and I need some kind of thumbnail, hopefully. Yeah, let's hope this will work. All right, take care, everyone.